Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about the city topics. So in this basically we are discussing one topic, that is first part. This part basically we have discussed. Now basically we will discuss the second part basically. Now basically let's see the second part basically. This basically everything Microsoft Group basically know. Why? Because they are basically giving the subscription amount basically. But if anybody knows basically other than Microsoft, na, then they basically creates lots of problem to the that person's life basically. That is very bad basically. That is very bad basically. So that's basically Microsoft Corporation basically issue basically, not our basically. But if one person basically can track this everything basically, so you should think positive basically. Don't think negative basically. One of the person basically say that basically, अरे भाई positive सोचो basically. So see basically the positive thing basically. And it's very dangerous also basically. Negative part basically because this contain First World War data also basically. That's why that is negative part basically. And First World War people basically died na basically. They basically has human cloned and basically, and few caste basically are from Gujarati also basically. So Gujarati caste basically you can see na basic Gujarati language. They basically there few people basically are from First World War died people basically. That is the human clone basically. They have started like this the caste basically, and that is basically done by the Germany group basically. That is basically the negative part. And negative part means if you go to negative part basically. Positive part means they basically got the life. But negative part is the people who killed basically them, they basically are still enemy of that group basically. That is negative part basically. So here first part we have discussed. Now basically see the negative part. So one of the person told that Microsoft group is connected with the this group. Which group? This group. Indian Army and this group. So see basically. So one of the person told that you have not got job in not only in India but in Dubai also you have not got a job. Then I told that yes, yeah, basically. So this group are also basically into this basically. That is this group. This group also have basically created problem in your life basically. These groups are also there. Sorry, this group and this group basically, and this group basically. That is USA, Russia, China, India, UK. This group are big army group basically. So this group also basically not given the job basically. So see basically this group basically. See basically this group basically contains one freedom fighter, that is federal basically. His name exactly basically I don't remember. But when basically I had done the study in that time basically I know that basically there was one freedom fighter basically called federal basically. So in India basically there are many freedom fighters like Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev. Then basically many people are basically there. See basically United Kingdom military, South Korea military, Pakistani military, Japan military, France military is also basically there. See basically each and every military you see basically. So one of the person told that this group has basically fired you. So again back to this group. Now one of the person told that why they fired you basically. That also we are going to discuss basically why they fired you basically. This group is there. Now basically this group basically told that we basically Microsoft basically told that basically, I basically only basically one Microsoft basically can't handle the thing basically. He basically told right basically. So what Microsoft has done basically? Microsoft has created Microsoft SAP also basically is there. Here basically I have just taken example of Microsoft basically. list of software. Yeah, this whole company basically contains. So I have taken example of Microsoft only. That's why basically. So one of the person told that basically Microsoft basically like SAP is also there, and each and every company basically are there basically in this. So one of the person told that yes basically. So now basically the second part basically, that is this basically. Microsoft created framework in this own framework. So Microsoft created own framework, right? But Microsoft basically know that basically he only basically can't do anything basically. So he requires few strength basically. So Microsoft basically what here basically I just taken as an example of Microsoft basically. In SAP is also basically there basically. So that basically connects to first world war and second world war data basically. See basically how this is the created framework. Now basically see the list of frameworks basically which he has created. First is framework, means you can say investment money basically. So first he created what? Sports group. Then he created banks, which is connecting to sports money. That basically we have already discussed in lots of time back basically, that we have created this. So then basically then they created software companies who gets the Microsoft projects. Software company like Accenture, Capgemini, Patni, IBM, then etc. company. Then he told that yes basically. So see basically how dangerous thing is. It's very dangerous basically. One of the person told that Sunil, you have fired basically because you know this whole thing basically. You basically know this everything basically. Somebody has tracked basically this, that you know this exactly connects to the Vidyagunj basically, because in Vidyagunj also basically you was first basically. That time also somebody basically tracked that basically Sunil Arnair basically might become first rank basically. So that basically lots of people says that is from your family member only basically, who basically has done this basically. Lots of people say that is basically from your family member basically, that has basically done that Vidyagunj incidents basically, and this is also basically done by your family member only. So because outsider people basically don't have any rights basically to touch you basically. So few people says that also, and few people says that basically few people who basically knows you know basically they have done this basically, and few people says that your past basically has done this. Past means your father's mother's past basically. So that basically that's a different topic basically. So that also basically we are going to discuss. So because it's connecting to the first world war and second world war, that's why basically. Then basically which group basically? Then basically the human needs creations group. And few people says that basically we have created the future basically. In future basically you does not exist basically. And few people says that basically you exist in the future. So who will be basically going to be in future? That basically time will tell basically. So next video basically we are going to see that only basically.